Okay, are we live? Bwana director, tuko na cameras tatu hapa, nitumie gani? Okay. Naelezwa hii ndio kamera ambayo tunatumia. We are 30 minutes into 6 p.m. Leo ikiwa ni tarehe 8 mwezi wa pili, wanasema ni mwezi wa mapenzi. Mwaka ni 2023. Welcome to the Focus Group. My name is Sharon Paul and we are here with Thuku Mwita Thuku. Kama kawa, follow us on our social handles. On Facebook, you can find us on Sharon Paul SP and Thuku Mwita Thuku. And on our YouTube handles, you can find us on Thuku Mwita Thuku as well and Sharon Paul Media. Today, we are live on my Facebook page, which is Sharon Paul SP, and we are equally live on Thuku Mwita Thuku on YouTube. So be part of the family, follow us, leave a comment, subscribe, and kindly let us know what you would like us to be bringing to you every other time that we are coming live on air. Mr. Thuku.
Yes, sir.
Hali vipi, kumekuaje leo?
Leo siku imekuwa salama. Tumepiga shughuli kidogo. Siku hizi inaanza jioni. Tunaona mambo siku hizi imeanza kugeuka kidogo. But all the same, I believe it was a good day. It's a good year, as I said earlier. The God has granted us this beautiful year to move along. And I believe a praise to the Lord is inevitable. Lord has been really
good to us.
And I believe in everybody. You hear talks here and there. Life is hard generally, but at least for this year, Mungu akona njia mzuri kwa watu wake.
Anatuelekeza vizuri. Okay,
there were some earthquakes somewhere around the world. Sijui kama ulisikia.
Yeah, the earthquakes ambazo zimeclaim tayari more than 4,000 lives.
Yes.
Yeah, waombea hata our very able minister alisema tujaribu tutoe kahawa, chai,
exactly,
na dry greens waende wasaidike.
But all the same alisema nobody from Kenya has been hurt from the earthquakes.
From the catastrophe.
Yes, hakuna mtu wa Kenya ambaye ameuguza majeraha kutoka kwa ile mtetemeko wa ardhi.
Inaitwa mtetemeko wa ardhi.
Kiswahili inakuja mufsi sana hii pande.
Naona excuse you become a good student and
yes,
you're trying to follow keenly on the Kiswahili that we speak in here.
Yes.
Yeah, so today I wanted us to talk a little bit on matters education. When we make reference to the immediate few past days, tuliona kwamba results zimetoka.
Ni kweli.
Wanafunzi wameitwa kwa mashule mengi. Many people are happy about performances by the candidates, by the students. Schools performed well, but on equal wavelengths tuliona kuna baadhi ya mashule ambayo pia hawakuridhika. There was a lot of discontent about the results. Some schools I think wanted a remark. And apart from that, the main issue that now actually we are coming to is selection of the schools.
Yes.
I remember way back in the day, we could be guided on which schools to select, especially for national level, provincial level, district level, and even the village schools. So that whatever you'll achieve is what will determine shule ambayo unaitwa. Na tumeona pia wanafunzi wanareport na kuna changamoto kubwa sana kwa wazazi. Most parents are coming out hawana karo za shule.
Mr. Sharon, take you back na hiyo kitu umesema. It is the same exercise still happens. Students still get the same chance to select the schools they would love to go to. And besides the students selecting the schools, now coming back to the government whereby they need to select in which schools, wewe kama Sharon, mtoto wako, mtoto wa mwingine, the schools they will go to. There are so many things that inform these decisions.
I get you.
And people who make these decisions look at so many things. And I was very disappointed after the exams and the outcomes of them. To see that parents would choose, sijui kama ni faith hawana na zile shule ambazo tuko nazo within the counties. And you know some things changed kidogo. And now we have so many very beautiful and very capable schools within the counties. And these schools are national schools. Lakini you will see, na sijui bwana engineer kama kuna ile kitu, kuna ile screenshot tulikuwa nayo, sijui kama utaiweka hapo watu waione. Parents are willing to pay hefty amounts just to shift course from where their children were going to school. Unapata mtoto ameitwa mahali pale Murang'a, ameitwa mahali pale Homa Bay, ameitwa mahali pale Baringo. Lakini parents do not want their children to go to these schools. So they are very, the tradition of the perennial schools as we know them, Akina Kenya High, Alliance, they seem to be very colorful. It is not about education anymore. People want to be associated. The same conversation you were having, yes, the other day. Yes, about these social levelings.
Yeah, the social stratification.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you'll find that if you're willing to pay 400,000 Kenya shillings to take your child to another school that they were not called into, what is informing that? Because Bona Sharon, I do not know what is informing that. Bona Engineer, do you have that screenshot? Can you put it out there for people to see?
Is it if it can come out maybe in the next few seconds as we proceed, our viewers can see and I can see.
You can see it?
I can see it.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Do you see the level of, let me not say disgusted, I did not say that, but do you see the level of indiscipline that we are exposing to our children? Because you as a parent, if you're willing to do that, then it gives the wrong information to, you're pushing along some very disturbing information to these children. Because I do not see why you're going to preach peace and you're giving violence to these children. You understand? I don't mean it in the real sense of it. But if you're going to tell them, if the principal and the people and that the education fraternity at large have decided your child is going to go to Kahuhia High School, your child is going to Murang'a, your child is going to Nanyuki High, your child is going to Kisumu High, to Kapsabet, then you want to shift course. I knew you needed to sleep in that one. Why are you shifting course? Where is this need of people shifting course? And you know one thing?
Yes, please.
I think I told you this before we started the show, and I've always told you this when you started this conversation. It is not the school that performs; it is individuals.
Yeah, we've had an in-depth talk about this, both on air and off air, and what really narrows down is the trust that we as parents, as a community, have for these schools. I think with inaitwaje ile ugatuzi, when ugatuzi katika Kiingereza inaitwa vipi?
Change ama sijui ndo Mswahili. Devolution.
Now when the revolution came, so many things were brought now to the county levels. A lot of functions were devolved, and even schools. I think there was that decentralization so that many counties could benefit by having a national school within the counties.
Yes.
And now our discussion is actually going around this. Why don't we trust the national schools within our counties? And just as you are saying, Mr. Tuku, mwanafunzi amepita vizuri sana, amepata very good marks. For example, alikuwa anasoma shule fulani ya msingi katika gatuzi la Homa Bay. Ameitwa very good school. For example, even if it was my daughter, amepita vizuri sana, ameitwa Asumbi Girls High School. This is a national school. But sasa mimi kama mzazi, with some little influence from the society, unaambiwa ati hapana, mtoto amepita vizuri 430 and above, that one she deserves Kenya High, Alliance Girls. So mwalimu, samani si mwalimu, but mzazi wants to go the extra mile of trying to look for a position that this child was not located in those other national schools.
Yeah.
Alafu inabidi sasa anatumia pesa zaidi kuweza kuenda kutafuta a chance in a national schools. For example, ameitwa Kereri Girls, ameitwa Sumbi Girls, Kisumu Girls. You gave an example of Murang'a High School.
Yes.
A very good school.
A very good school.
Nanyuki High.
A very good school.
Mwanafunzi ameitwa huko lakini mzazi anataka kuje amlete Starehe Boys, amlete Alliance Boys. And for them to do this, it means that the parent will have to dig deeper into their pockets.
Much as 400,000 Kenya shillings.
400,000 Kenya shillings.
That is not school fees. That is not school fees. That is just to get a slot into that school. That is not school fees. You will still have to dig into your pocket deeper
to get the school fees now. Now, I think we as parents and we as a society, it reaches a point where we really get misled. Because I believe if it is the standards of education, the standards of teaching and how knowledge is executed and impacted to these people, it's the same across. Hao walimu wote situni wale walienda KU, walienda shule gani wa kufanya masomo ya elimu.
When we did the survey, when we did the study yesterday, I remember one of the parents giving us this feedback and said that shule inalingana mpaka na walimu. Now my question is, there are these schools that did very well in Kisii. All those teachers have been shifted to other schools. Do you have that information? It is out there.
It's out there.
All these teachers have been shifted to other schools. So you took your 400,000 Kenya shillings, took your child kwa ile shule yenye ili passed last year, ushapatiana hiyo pesa yote simply because unajua huyo principal ni principal mzuri sana, mtoto wangu atapass. Immediately after doing that, that teacher is taken and dropped somewhere in Dollo. Now, do you start shifting your child again to Dollo?
Because now we are also impacting some culture that is not so good for these our kids and these students. Because now, if my daughters start for KCPE, ameitwa shule fulani kutoka my same county, and it is a national school. She has other siblings who are coming behind, who will equally maybe perform well, almost same or even better. Why to another school just within now? Let me see, my region is Nyanza. Why to within Nyanza? How people are fight for their national cake pie that daddy ulipeleka so and so kwa shule pia mimi nipeleke kule.
Another thing parents should understand. Selection of schools is not dominoes. This is not dice you just throw. You understand? There are so many aspects that inform these decisions. So if you live in Murang'a, if you live in Homa Bay, reason why your child has been settled in Asembo, reason why your child has been settled in Kahuhia, reason why your child has been settled in Nanyuki High or wherever else, it is because there are so many things this whole system looks at. You understand?
I get you.
They also consider your financial constraint. They do not want to stretch you so much. You understand? So if you live in Homa Bay and there's a very nice school within Homa Bay that your child can go and it's still a national school, unaona, wanaangalia ile mfuko. Mtoto amekuja Alliance High, amekuja Starehe. There is midterm in between, maybe a month or two. Then you still have to pay transport for the child to go back. You understand? You're one of those parents who will not trust your child. So utalipa transport yako na ya mtoto umulete alafu urudi nyumba. You understand? There are so many things they look at. Environment ya mtoto. This thing called weather is also a determiner of health.
I know it's also a very big factor.
It's a determiner of health, of how you're going to be healthy within yourself. So if a child kama SP, amelelewa pale Homa Bay, engineer amelelewa pale mali tunajua, hajawahi toka hapo,
na wewe pia umelelewa kule sehemu
ile sehemu ile sehemu yetu, umelelewa pale, umezoea ile weather. Haujawahi toka pale. The only time ulitoka pale ni kukimbia na hapo kidogo alafu karudi. You understand? Now you need to shift places and come to a totally different place. totally different weather.
And it will take you time to adjust.
So you have your child, they only have 4 years in this school. You understand? Yeah. You've lived in Homa Bay for the last 8 years. 13 years actually.
13 years actually.
You see? Birth. Yeah, from birth. For 13 years. Now you're coming to Nairobi, you have only 4 years to adapt to this school. Those 4 years ndizo tu konazo za kusoma. So by the time you're in form 3 ndio adapt to the weather.
Umeteseka hii miaka.
By the time unamaliza form 4, unapiga D na ulikuwa starehe. You guess?
Did you say D? D for dog.
D for dog. Let me give you an example. I'm sorry for this. There's a friend of mine who told me Mombasa seems to be a D republic. I do not want to get into that. There are so many D's in that place. There is no relation that story and this story. But you get my point.
I get your point.
So high school is only 4 years. So for whether you've adapted for 13 years, then you come to a region where you need to meet so many people that you're trying to relate to. You're also trying to adapt to this weather. You're also trying to adapt to a totally different culture. You understand?
Different culture, different feeding habits.
Exactly.
You know, kidogo mwanafunzi anapata na it's called culture shock.
Exactly.
Because way back where he or she was, there's a way they are used to. There's a way people brought up according to regions.
Exactly.
And now when you come to this other region, culture shock. You have to adapt to weather. You have to adapt to every other thing within the surrounding.
Unatoa SP Homa Bay amezoea kukula ugali na mkono na samaki na mkono. Anakuja anapata watoto wanakula ugali na uma Nairobi. By the time lunch time imeisha, ameangalia mtoto mmoja anakula na uma, mtoto analala njaa sababu entertainment yenye anapata kwa ule mwenye anakula na uma
entertainment na shock
consume lunch time yake yote. By the time afternoon imefika, mtoto anarudi kwa darasa akiwa na njaa. Kwanza ameona kitu mpya, hajui kushika mpaka uma.
The lunch time period
it's only 1 hour.
1 hour
Isha. By anaangalia hapo anakula na uma, ule anakula na kijiko. Kuna mwingine anaongesha kwa ukuta, angalia kama imeiva. All these things come to play. By the way, it is funny, but I can tell you it is things to consider. So your child ends up being into is there the twilight? They are somewhere in limbo. They do not understand where they are. By the time they they get to adapt these situations, time ishaenda.
And now, just bringing you back still on this very topic, what really pushes we as parents, we as the society, as the community, to get into this? I know we got a lot of responses from the few people that we engaged.
Yeah.
But something that really needs to come out clear is this is a national school within our county.
Yeah.
They're at our county levels. And then we have those national schools that have been there from Kitambo.
Ever since, yeah.
When you had to be guided on which schools to select.
Exactly.
Now, where is this trust? Where is this gap? And what is really bringing it? Because from what we could hear parents saying, it was quite ambiguous. It's not even coming out clear. And those ones have been there for quite a long time. We trust them because we see that they perform. I mean, even these schools that have been moved from the provincial level to the national school level, they equally perform.
SP, I'll give you that feedback, a very informed feedback with the data we collected yesterday. Yeah. So now, I'll give you 5 scenarios.
Yes, please.
I'll give you a scenario where a parent said, mimi nimeishi kuona hii shule na ninaijua. It is within their locality.
Yeah.
Nimeishi kuona hii shule. So sitatoa mtoto hapa nimpeleke ile shule na alikuwa na 400 marks. You get?
Yeah.
The second response, so that is familiarity. is it the correct word? They are too
They-
familiar with this
with the
school,
school.
and they believe this school cannot be a national school.
Yeah.
You understand?
They've engaged with the
They engage with the teachers. They know
wanakutana sehemu za burudani,
exactly.
sokoni,
Mpaka kuna ile madharau unasema
kusema fulani yenye
mama SP mimi anifunzie mtoto. But she's a very good teacher. You understand?
yeah.
The second scenario is whereby a parent feels their child needs to experience a different environment. Exposure.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
The third one is where a parent feels the school within their locality does not meet their social class, and also does not have the facilities they hear. They themselves, they've never been to that Alliance school. They've never been to that Alliance Starehe school.
Kenya
but
High.
They hear Kenya High has very good facilities.
Infrastructure.
Exactly. You understand?
Yes.
They also hear Kenya High ndio mtoto wa MP anasomea, ndio mtoto wa nani anasomea.
The who's and who's.
The who's and who's. So you please, first of all, let me tackle that before I even move to the other two. If your child goes to Kenya High and meets Ruto's daughter, if they go to Kenya High and meets Obama's daughter, my friend, you will not become friends with Obama. There is no way you're going to become friends with Ruto. So first of all, hiyo kitu tuondoe kwa vichwa zetu. Sijui why. And it does not guarantee that your child is going to become friends. Even if they become friends, what much will it does not do you any good. It does not do you any good.
There as
exactly, but
classmates, schoolmates.
It does not do your child any good.
Yeah, there's no much advantage
to it.
Beyond that, because now maybe they could be sharing the same class, the same dormitory, the same school environment, but beyond that, siku ya closing day when now mheshimiwa is coming to take mtoto wake, si anachukuliwa na gari
anaenda
kubwa sana na budi gaza ameenda.
Yes.
Huwa narudi kutafuta mbukini ya kukurudisha.
And I'm also coming to that. So now we are left with two.
Yes.
You lost me kidogo. No, now there's also this response we got so much. I'm only picking the top 5 codes we got from in order from top to bottom. So now the fourth one I think was what was the fourth one? Try and remind me. I think you have the data there.
I'm trying to make reference, but inanipotelea kidogo. Wazazi waliongea sana. Did you talk about I'm losing it.
Okay, let us handle these ones. So now, SP, let us take the first one. You're too familiar with this school.
Yeah, the familiarity.
Yes.
You mentioned it first.
Do you know the point of devolution? Do you know the whole point devolution came into play? Please, it's a question I'm asking you. Do you know why devolution came into play?
To bring development, one, to these to the counties, to open up opportunities, and just to see that all the devolved functions can be budgeted, run, and taken care of by the top management of each county.
Exactly. So in whom's advantage would it be, SP, if Asenya High School is Asego?
My school?
Yes.
My school of Homa Bay Primary? Or you have referred
no,
to
high school. No, let's go to high school.
The Homa Bay School.
In whose advantage would it be if every other bright child within Homa Bay was taken to Homa Bay High School? In whose advantage would it be? If today Homa Bay High School got to be the leading school in the country, in whose advantage would that be? It would be to the people of Homa Bay. You see, so if you're rushing to take your child to Alliance High School, trust me, the advantage you're taking from your place to the other place is a lot. You get? Is a lot. Because I also understand these very good performing schools get a bit of attention from even the financiers. They get a lot of attention. So the attention Alliance, the reason why Alliance has better laboratories than Homa Bay High School, it is because Alliance is known in performing. So every other person who wants to pour money into education will go first to Alliance High School. A lot of research, yes, a lot of research is done in these schools. So you will find that someone in Germany who wants to do some research in education will hear the word Alliance before they get to hear about Homa Bay High School.
What is your high school?
Leave alone about that one. Let's go to this one. I'm coming to that. There's a story to that. That is why we posted that photo. There's a story to that. Let's go to this one. You will get to hear, you will find that in Alliance High School, there are so many better facilities than there are in Jiris High School, in Nanyuki High, in Narumoro Boys, in wherever else. Reason why, in Gatondo High School. Reason why, because people from outside get to hear about these schools before they get to hear about the other school. So you'll find that person coming from Tanzania, coming to do research, they even do not, maybe they don't have even the intention of improving the school. But they've come up with this research product whereby they need to do in a educational center. So wakileta zile miradi, hizo miradi hazitoki, zinabaki wapi? Zinabaki kwa ile shule. So that school gets to grow. So imagine if Kahuhe High School, if Homa Bay High School was leading.
All roads would be leading there.
All roads would be going there. There's a school, Miranda High School.
Miranda High.
Nobody knew about the school. But everybody now, all foots are headed there. There's a school here that
Miranda has been a performing school.
A performing school, yeah. But nobody knew about it up until it got a role of performing. That is why people started going there.
All parents want their boys to go there.
There's a school in Karatina called the one Mr. Mwangi Equity went to, and every other big name from that area went to that school. I'll once I remember the name, I'll come back to it. This school didn't have infrastructure. It has one of the best educational complex within Nyeri County right now.
Correct.
Imejengwa. So all these alumni got back. Mwangi is saying I went to this school. The other person is saying I went to this school. So these people consolidated their resources and they took their monies there. You understand? So if Mwangi was taken to Alliance High School, if the other person was taken to Kagumo High School, I'm talking about Kagumo. I'm sure you've ever heard of Kagumo.
Kagumo is a big name.
It's a big name, but the school didn't have infrastructure. Go there now. Uone, ukiwa hapo kwa barabara, unaangalia the complex, unashindwa kwani Westlands imekuja Karatina.
Ni high school ama
you see,
ni campo.
You get to see. So all these people got to realize later, we've all gone to this school. So they took their monies back to the school. And they build these schools. Lakini saa hizi hamtaki hivyo. Mnataka kuleta pesa Nairobi. Mnataka kupeleka pesa mahali jina imehitajika. So wewe ukiwa na nyuki umesikia, hey, Kagumo imetengenezwa. So mimi acha nitoe 1,000,000 nihongane ndio mtoto wangu ingie Kagumo. Unaacha na nyuki hai hapo.
And that's not even part of school fees.
Ni kuhongana, unahongana ndio mtoto aingie pale. Ndio mtoto apate chance ingie pale. You forget if you build Nanyuki High, you will not have to pay transport for your child to go to Kagumo, for your child to go to Alliance High School.
To travel all the way.
They will trek watapiga mguu mpaka hapo Nanyuki High and the school will be up to standard. You will be proud. You get? Utasikia proud. You will feel very proud to say my child goes to Nanyuki High School and I also reside hapo Ishuga. Ninaishi hapo Thingitho. You get? Ninaishi hapo Muthaiga. Those are localities within Nanyuki. So you will feel very, very, very proud to associate yourself with these schools.
With the school because one, it is within your locality.
Exactly.
It is producing names.
Exactly.
And the performance is high. Actually, you just reminded me about your mambo ya kutrek. I mean, my primary school and my high school were just across the road.
Hakupanda gari. Ndio mlikuwa mnapatiwa.
Sikupanda gari.
Mlikuwa mnapatiwa pocket money ya 50 bob.
Lakini nilikuwa najengwa. My sisters and my mom walikuwa wanajengwa, but you see during that time being called to Homa Bay High School with the marks that I scored. It was prestigious. It's one of the best schools in terms of infrastructure, and even the performance was, I'd say, above average. And now, leaving alone the performance, umeingia hapo as Sharon Paul Oyombe, umeingia hapo as Edwin so and so. Maze, it is you. Utapata, mbona unapata kama mtu aliingia amepata A-, A plane, mwingine amepata C-, B+. It is a pupils, a students, individuals' effort to come out of the school with something. And you talked about the alumni. I wanted to pose a question like, can there be a role that the alumni play in influencing the locality, the society, the community, to get, especially for now, these national schools that are within our counties, to get more admissions from the schools within?
SP, listen to me and listen to me good. I think I've emphasized enough in my statements about this.
Yeah.
Alumni will only play a key role in marketing, bringing back the glory of a school.
Yeah.
If you want to embrace it. You get my point, SP. So, if everybody in Homa Bay County want to take their children to Alliance High School, you get? If even, let me not say not bright, but students who do not do well, if they all the parents want to bribe people to come to these very big names in Nairobi, and you live in people who are not very blessed in academy, back home, wao ndio mnawacha kule nyumbani. You get? Reason why Kagumo High School is getting that na akina Maranda, the Chief Justice, was there. The only reason it is there getting the glory, it is because you can hear the names of Chief Justice. You get? If it were people who did not do very well in life, then how else are you going to hear them? People, SP, if you're not capable, it's your makosa yao. But if you're not capable to raise 100,000 Kenya shillings, if you're not capable to even raise that 1,000 Kenya shillings and take it back to your school, then how would you expect the glory to be there? Yeah, you first need to mold what you have right now. You know, they say heavy, uneasy. How does the saying go?
Put it in Kiswahili.
Haiwezi kuja, hata na Kiswahili hezi, hata na Kikuyu hezi kuja. He says, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. You get? First of all, for you to wear that crown, you need to mold on it. You need to put effort on it. You get? Yeah. You need to feed that. You need to feed it first. You need to cultivate on it. So if you're not willing to build that Kisumu High School, if you're not willing to build that Kapsabet, if you're not willing to take your child in Baringo, the most interior of Baringo, ama uko Lamu, ama uko Mpeketoni, if you're not willing to build on that, a school within your locality, then how do you expect, kama wenye mnabakisha hapo ni wenye mnasemaga tu, acha tu asome amalize. You get? Tumsukume tu amalize. If you're not willing to build on that, and the government is telling you very well, we have national schools within your localities. Please take your children there.
Those schools.
You get?
I get.
If you're not willing to build on that, then how do you expect to have alumni who are well off to come and build those schools?
Your story, I think I will try and look for alumni to come back. We had very big names, like Justice Omolo Riaga from Homa Bay School.
Ebu mention one or two people who came from your school.
Like that, Justice, I think it's Justice Omolo Riaga.
You're in the same class?
I know, they were very much...
No, mention people within your same class.
Within our class. You know, we are very senior engineers in town here. Like,
did you share classes with Wakili? Ama he was ahead of you?
No, Wakili was in another school.
Yeah.
Also a very good and performing school in Agoro Sare.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you see, even Agoro Sare, I know, has produced very many... I was actually seeing one of the Wakilis from Agoro Sare.
I remember now, let me just stop you there. I remember a lady who said this. The reason why, and a lot of people backed up that story. The reason why they do not want to take their kids in the school within their locality, as much as they are national schools. Ni kama hiyo jina. Sasa hiyo jina ni ya Kijaluo.
Wakili Agoro Sares High School.
Zako Degi.
Yeah, I could even see her name. Wakili Donald Ochieng was watching us.
Oh, he's there.
Yeah, and then Josh, a very good friend of ours.
Josh Odhiambo.
Josh Odhiambo. All these things are psychological.
They're psychological, but you see, what people do not understand, people, the same thing, easy, ututu vitu tudogo to a social placing. So, there's a school where I come from, inaitwa Inoro. It's a high school. There's another one inaitwa, what do you call it? What do you call it?
It has a native name.
Yeah, okay. It has a local name, Kamasharia. So, when you have to come to a social sitting, and
introduce yourself as an alumni of
the same way you put me on the spot, and you have to explain the school where you went to. Maybe you did very well, and you're doing very well in life. But you have to explain to people why you're schooled. You need to Kama Sharia. And the problem is, you cannot say Kama Sharia in an accent. You can never.
It is that Kama Sharia.
Lazima useme Kama Sharia. You get? Uitima. You get my point.
Yeah, I get your point. Now, actually, that is also another very... a major point. The names of the schools.
Yeah.
And but if you look to another to a stretch as well, a society, a community that has given land to an educational center, they would also like to associate with the school by like that Kamasharia. The area is called Kamasharia.
It's called Kamasharia.
They gave out the land.
Yeah.
Wakasema hii shule lazima iitwe Kamasharia.
Yes.
We couldn't they couldn't give out the land. Then you want to name the school like maybe Briban High School. They want to identify with the school. Because now, when we come now at the national level, people are meeting at in campus. And then the schools, but then they produce people.
And
what
this is
summer?
And this is what...
Just a moment. Wanakutana campus, now when people are introducing themselves, but you become friends with Patabo and the Cubits. I was in Cardinal Otunga.
Yeah.
I
never went to Kamasharia.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving you an example. I was in Cardinal Otunga.
These are the school I went to in class 8. It's called Nanyuki Primary, but people call it Kamusitu. Kamusitu. Aujaisikia, there's a way a Kikuyu will say it in Kikuyu term, mpaka unasikia utai kujiassociate na hiyo shule. Unasikia? So this is my saying. This is what I'm saying. People do not want to take... You see, like, the lady who was caught taking 380,000 Kenya shillings. Njiri's high school is a very good school, I can tell you that. Yeah. That is why they are bribing people.
Lazima, you give it a pardon now, because that's where you come from.
Now, this is what I'm going to tell you. What was my point? If people do not want to take children to Kamasharia High School, if there was enough degrees coming from Kamasharia, if you have the likes of Mwangi of Equity, if you have the likes of Maraga, the Chief Justice, you have the likes of Akina Ruto, Akina Raila, Akina, all these big names coming from such schools, people would wear Kamasharia with pride. People would be proud to say, people would be bribing, hata ikiwa na jina Kamasharia ama Odegi sijui what, people would want to take their children there. You see? Yeah. But simply because nobody is taking their children there. People want to wear the crown that is already built up. You understand? Yeah. Nobody wants to build this crown. And your head must be very uneasy before that crown. If you're going to wear that crown, trust me, kunaambiagwa hiyo crown, lazima hiyo kichwa ikuwa uneasy. So build that crown. You get? So
everybody has a role to play.
Uyo mtoto mwenye amepata 400 marks, ameitwa Kamasharia, mpeleke huko. You get? Yeah. That child will become the next Chief Justice. But nobody wants to wait. People want the instant success.
And to associate with the
with the already built up crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
You get? Yeah. So build on that first. Mtoto akiitwa hapo Kahuya mpeleke hapo. Mtoto akiitwa hapo Nanyuki Moikuita mpeleke hapo. Build on that school.
And now, just to cut you short, to bring up on something else. When we were studying, I mentioned that parents are really taking kids to the schools.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was listening to a radio station yesterday morning. There's a parent who called in. Akasema mtoto amepita vizuri sana. Nimejaribu nimefanya shopping ya kila kitu, but I don't even have 3,000. Aliwaambia tu leta shilingi 3,000. Mtoto ataingia shule hizo zingine tutapanga baadaye. I don't even have the 3,000 shillings kumpeleka tu ile afanye nayo admission. Parents are really suffering. There is no money, and these kids have really passed. Now, before we came on air, we were discussing about the free primary and free secondary education. We can't really bank on that. Actually, it's inapotea.
I think it's obsoleting pole too.
And then now comes the bursaries. Now, a parent like this, I think when we are disbursing the bursaries, why can't priority be given to such kind of a parent who has even gone live on a national radio and said, mtoto amepita lakini sina ene. I don't know what criteria they actually use when doing the bursary disbursement.
I will not go much into that because there's a lot of politics in that. But we did touch on that with Mr. Mark Bichache. There's an interview we did long kitambo kidogo. And I will tell you this. I'm not advocating for BBI. I'm not saying anything good about it. But there are certain criteria that you will find that this bursary are not given with some level of, let me not say sincerity, but people who sat down and created the whole system to give these grants to people.
To needy pupils.
Not even needy people, people who need it. Did not maybe look at broader scopes. And that is why we need to review this thing. Because you will find there's a child who had 405 marks.
That's a good
mtoto ameambiwa arudi class 8. There's no money to take the boy to high school. You did not watch the story.
Very, very frustrating.
Yes. Ndio maana Sakaja anafunga hizi social places. Mfika kwa nyumba mapema mnaona news. You've heard of that story?
I watch a lot of news. Yeah, I know. I'm aware about that. Yeah, so, this student now has to repeat because they want a person.
So, first of all, it is very painful to watch someone giving away 380,000 shillings to shift course of school, and there's someone else who cannot afford to even go to the hata ulizi national school, anaulize hiyo shule iko hapo kwao. Aingie tu hivyo yeye atasoma.
It's like even just the village high school that
you get. Yeah. This child has 405 marks. This is a very bright child. Usisahau hivyo. Usio mtoto wa kuhongewa ingie. Uni mtoto amejitafutia marks. Na amepita. That shows you it is about an individual. Wewe mwenyewe. Achana na kujihusisha na Njiris. Achana na Murang'a High School. Achana na Nanyuki High.
Achana na Homa Bay High.
Atujui sana. But achana na Homa Bay High. Achana na Maranda na kuingineko. Wewe mwenyewe ndio utajitafutia hizo marks. So this is what it shows you. About the bursaries, I think we need to revisit the whole allocation of money within our counties. How money pins down to mwananchi. I think we need to revisit the whole thing. That is a topic for another day.
Yeah.
But
and,
I think
just
we need...
to add on this topic for another day is to really put a question mark. This bursary, it must be a very big, for lack of a better word, I can say it must be a very big business for the MPs.
It is a very big business.
You could see how they were fighting for it to be back.
Yes.
So that, I mean, we are entitled, it is our children's right.
You see, bursaries...
To go to school and for the needy ones. Actually, school learning is a basic right that the government should be giving to all our students.
You see, bursary has become a constituency campaign mover. Tool. Basari sio ya MP. My friend, basari sio pesa ya MP. Basari ni pesa yako.
Lakini sio pesa ya MP.
Lazima ufurahishe mtu.
Ili kufikie lazima utaenda kwa ofisi ya mjumbe.
There's a story I heard some time back. This lady was trying to get bursary together with her husband. So I'm trying to have a conversation with them. Na wananiambia, hapana, unajua lazima tukimbie kidogo kwanza kwa pastor, ndio upewe bursary, lazima ukuje na signature ya pastor. So I'm looking at this. I'm not trying to disrespect the religion and the men of the cloth, but there is nowhere bursaries and religion should be entwined. Anywhere. Hakuna entanglement hapo. Hata hakuna question ya nini au nini. So these things, because a certain MP needs to have a good relationship with a certain pastor, because a certain pastor kona following kubwa. You see, this is things that we should malize tu kabisa. And bursary should have, you see the way Hustler Fund we shifted from Uwezo Fund and the rest, na ika streamlineiwa into something else. I think bursaries should have the same way of reaching to mwananchi. And now pushing it to you ndio tumalize hii maneno haraka. Nimeongea sana leo.
I know I'm not that spiritual and I don't read the Bible so much, but I think there's somebody that my people are dying because of lack of knowledge. Utaenda kwa pastor kwa nini akuwekee?
Ni MP amesema hivyo. Lakini sio unaona MP anacheza na hii pesa ya bursary ni kama pesa ametoka kwa mfuko yake.
They also have to keep themselves relevant to the constituents and the voting block, because now he will come to you that I am the one who is entitled to disburse this to you. So you'll be pledging your loyalty to the MP.
Yeah.
Zile za huyu raundi ametupatia bursary, huyu tunarudisha.
And mind you again, SP, let me tell you something else. And mind you, bursaries ni vile tu tunaziekaga kwa kicha yetu. Pesa ikitoka mali inatokaga from the national government of wherever, ikifikia constituency, haikujagi imesemekana mtoto wa MP, mtoto wa Sharon akona shida. Money is given to the constituency, to its constituents. You get? So nobody should filter ati huyu baba yako is capable. No. There's no policy around that. Money should be given to each and everybody who needs it. You get?
But now again on lack of knowledge, kuna watu wazazi wengine who they're not very able and they're not even aware that this bursary thing is there.
Yeah.
Lack of knowledge will kill my people.
Yeah.
We can see who is here with us. Dominic Mbatia. Do you know Dominic?
I know Mr. Mbatia. Anacheza gitaa siku hizi, anapiga one gitaa na muona anazunguka kwa social places, sehemu za burudani. He's doing very well.
Yeah, he's doing well.
And he's also a very good electrician, if you don't know that.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
That I know. I knew way back from when we were still deep in research.
He's an engineer. Tuko na mtu field bwana, tunapiga kazi, naona jamaa anaingia mahali anatengeneza stima. Hitting two birds one stone.
Amemaliza interview, akaanza kurekebisha stima.
Anatengeneza stima. He's a very good guy.
And then big ups to Josh Odhiambo, who's been a very strong and a very good supporter of ours.
Yeah.
We had a few other guys who are with us. That was Achieng Odondi, a very good friend to this society. Thank you so much for being there. And we still come to you and ask you to be part of the family by keeping us going, joining the conversation, liking the pages. This is at Sharon Paul SP, that is on Facebook, Thuku Mwita Thuku on Facebook as well. And on YouTube, you go there, subscribe, leave those comments. They will keep us going. At Thuku Mwita Thuku as well on YouTube, and at Sharon Paul Media on YouTube. We are still working so many things behind the scenes. We are trying to consolidate this and have one major platform that will be bringing to you all the discussions, both live and recorded sessions for the focus group.
Yes.
Kidogo tu bado mitambo na adjustments hapa ndani imetuweka on hold, but very soon we will be sharing the very main platform that will be coming live to you on all our discussions. To this point, I think we are done.
I think you send a shout out to Mheshimiwa Mr. Ndongo.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he really shares our interviews.
Yeah, Mr. Ndongo,
Michael Ndongo. Yes.
Na ukija yuko
ako Nanyuki. Ule ni mheshimiwa.
Mheshimiwa ukija Nairobi tafadhali soda hizi.
He is actually coming to the show this month. I think next week or next week but one.
Okay.
He did share our interview. Na Stella ninafikiria ako mbali kumbe ako nyumbani.
Stella karibu sana Nairobi ukipitia kuna sehemu fulani hapo utakupeleka ukunywe soda madiaba. Fanta baridi kabisa.
Anaongea Chinese.
Tunasema sheshe na nini kianshan shank
to enjoy.
Usalimia Jackie Chan ukirudi. Jackie Chan na nani na UNB au ukirudi kule. Back to the topic of this of the discussion. Why don't we trust? One, Joshua said something about it is very psychological.
Yeah.
We believe that mtoto akienda Kenya High Alliance Mangu boys, it's when they'll perform. Actually,
all these things are coming to a single shell called psychology. All these things, hizi vitu zote ni perception yako, perception ya ule, hizo zote zikiwa in a single plate ni kichwa tu.
Patia wazazi mawaidha.
This is what I'm going to say.
Kwa Kiswahili mawaidha kuna moja sijui kama ni aidha lakini sawa. Give them a piece of advice.
Budo usichoche. Ile ndio kamera yangu.
Kamera yako ndio ile.
I'll tell you these parents. I'm there yesterday. I'm not talking from me. This is a parent who said yesterday. A parent who's willing to pay 380,000 shillings to change whatever the government is saying. Na si ati unatupwa msituni, you being sent to a very good school within your locality. Lakini you choose to take that child to another school because kwa kichwa yako unajiambia hiyo ndio shule mzuri. If you're willing to spend that much money, it means you're giving your child some other unbelievable pocket money. That is where you're exposing to other children to things like drugs. And I think you're going to still have a topic on drugs.
Yes.
Because when you're giving your child pocket money at 10,000 Kenya shillings, the only thing they can buy with 10,000 in school ni mandazi na mkate. And Jiris has a very good bakery. So hakuna mkate atanunua. They are given bread for free. You get?
Yeah.
So it means all these monies you're giving to your children are now exposed to alcohol when they are going back to school because they have money.
Yeah.
You get? And you have 10,000 Kenya shillings.
They don't know where to channel this money.
Where do you channel this money? For 2 months, anarudi nyumbani anaongezewa zingine 5,000. You get? Because you want to show how you love your child. And the only way to show is by giving them money.
Little do we know that we are really spoiling them. And just the very last one. A very good friend of yours, Bwana Felix Bosu Chieng. Amesema, just getting into today's topic.
Yeah.
I gave an example with the Homa Bay High School. The university, we always call it the University of South Nyanza, where boys were molded to be men. Let these schools produce people who can be, who can have names in the society.
That is what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter whether it is a national school within our counties or it is a national school at the national level as we used to perceive them to be. Yeah.
Let me talk to people I'm most familiar with. Sitaki kuongelesha watu wa Homa Bay wanipige. I'm making friends there. So sitaki kuongelesha watu wa Homa Bay wanipige. So let me talk to people in Nanyuki. My friends, Nanyuki High has been put on the map as one of the best schools. It's now a national school. We have Inoro, we have Tingido, we have Kamasharia, we have Guara, we have all these schools. If we have Doldo High, we have Tingido. If you take your child to Tingido High School, if you take your child to Inoro High School, if you take your child to any other local school within that locality, trust me, you're going to produce the next Akina Ruto. You're going to produce the next Akina Raila. You're going to produce the next Akina Uhuru. You're going to produce very big names in those schools. But only if you're willing to build a crown within your locality. It is the only way you're going to move forward. Everybody who lives in Nanyuki, I'm sure, one or twice has passed through Kagumo. I want you to learn through that school. That school has the best buildings right now. It has one of the best facilities in Nyeri. But let us build what we have. Mtoto wako akiitwa na Nyuki High, usihongane umlete Alliance. Najua alikuwa na marks mingi sana, but usihongane umlete Starehe, usihongane umlete Alliance. Acha ende hapo na Nyuki High, acha ende hapo Homa Bay, acha ende hapo Kapsabet. Let us build these schools. So 10 years from now, let us start building from now. 10 years from now, that child will become something. And that is name, they will have enough money to go back and build that school. Hiyo shule, mtu wako Germany, mtu wako wapi, akitaka kutafuta an academic center whereby they can do their own research. We've done Tusome, my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
When we are doing Tusome, some of the names zenye zilikuwa zinaselectiwa from those schools. And Tusome is the mother of CBC.
Yeah, I know.
Some of the names that were being picked from those schools, ni shule zinajulikana already. Yeah. And I think that is my party shot, so please. Tufanye hiyo.
You've said it all.
Bwana engineer anasikia kunirarua.
It is 25 minutes into 7 p.m. Saa moja na dakika 25.
I think we go home now.
Katika saa zetu za Afrika Mashariki. Tunasema shukran sana kwa kuweza kujagua kukua nasi. We really appreciate anytime we see your comments coming through, anytime you're watching, and anytime you join the conversation.
Yes.
Till next time, it
I think we go with the grace. The grace before umesahau.
Sijamaliza. Tukimaliza maombi hivi, bwana director nilikuwa kusema ananyonga, lakini acha nitumie anakata.
So tunaongea vizuri hata kuharibu tukimaliza.
Yeah, so thank you very much guys, and may you all have a lovely evening. Till next time, it is au revoir et à bientôt. Merci beaucoup, mes amis.
Hapana, tusemi grace. Omba SP. And starts with our Father. Omba. In the name of the Father, and the Son, the Holy Spirit.
The Son and the Holy Spirit. And the Lord Jesus Christ, we come before you this evening. We say a very big thanks for guiding us throughout the day since the morning, from sunrise to this moment. Lord God, you know everyone's heart's desires, Jesus Christ. We come before you, Father. We say we are sinners. Forgive us our ill thoughts and deeds, and help us do the righteous things that will always bring us close to you, Father. You know each person at our individual levels. You know what we would like to achieve, Father. The year has just begun. Open more avenues for us. Open big doors for us, Father. All those who are part of this family, the Focus Group family, Father, bless them in a special way. Be with our parents back at home, our brothers and sisters, our kids, wherever they are, Father. Cover each one with the blood of your Son, Jesus Christ. As the sun sets down, Father, give us a peaceful night. As we depart, may we meet tomorrow again in good health, and may your name be glorified. Tunaomba haya tukisadiki katika jina la Yesu Kristo mwokozi wetu. Amen. Katika jina la Baba, la Mwana na Roho Mtakatifu. Amen. Tungekuwa na divai na sakramente tungonja kidogo kama tunaondoka. Ushaelewa? Lakini tunasema katika jina la Emmanuel tunasema shukran. Tunani kesho. Bwana director